Hello, OPALS libraries, students, teachers, librarians, staff, and parents. In this video tutorial, I'd like to illustrate how to access your library's subscribed databases, which are a great resource for research for all the classes and research that your students and teachers may need to do. First, I'd like to show you how different libraries may display the access to the databases. And all the libraries that I'm showing have given me the opportunity to use their sites for this video. Here at Bretton Woods, they have the VRC databases, and if you point to it, you'll see VRC databases. Ask for our password. Now I'm going to show you Lake Placid Middle High School, where they put a search for success icon right here, and underneath they ask you to click the purple highlighted search icon to access our online resources, databases, encyclopedias, and more anytime, meaning you can do this from home. Get the easy-to-remember username and password from the library staff, and that is often the case. So if you need the password and username and password, please ask your librarian, and you can access all the resources from home or wherever you may have an internet connection. Now I'm showing Oswego High School. They call it the 24/7 databases. So you would click here and it says 24/7 databases, ask for our password. Just a note, if you don't see it on the screen, please ask your librarian or library staff where you may find the library access. I'm going to go back to Lake Placid Middle High School and just show you that in addition to placing it here, the high school has also put it under the Databases tab, and you'll see it right here. I find that the more places you show the search or the 24/7, the better and easier access that students will have. I am back at Bretton Woods Elementary, and I'm going to click the VRC databases. You'll see that when they first load, there will be the look that we have provided. We have different looks for the databases, and this would be more for the children's look with the pine trees and the owls and the birds, etc. And also at Bretton Woods, they did a nice job of adding tabs. Right here they have the Bretton Woods Elementary School Library list, which is the comprehensive list of all their databases. But then they also offer a beginners tab, which is designed for those students who are younger or new to using databases, and they've decided which databases are best for the beginners. Here in the intermediate tab, they've added other databases that might be better for higher grade students or students who are used to researching a bit more. Finally, we have the advanced tab, which gives us a totally different look. This is what I often refer to as the academic look. I'm going to do a search in this academic look just to illustrate how powerful it can be. So here I am at the Bretton Woods Elementary School Library using the advanced search. The first thing I'd like to show you is the what are you looking for, and you can enter in a keyword to search. So I'm going to enter in solar energy, and you'll see that all the databases that have resources on them will pop up, as well as at the very top the library holdings will pop up as well. So right here our catalog collection. So if I click this 12, I can see what's in our library or what's in the Bretton Woods library or your library. So that is a nice new addition that we've added to open up your library to the databases. Then as you go down the screen, you'll see that, for example, InfoTrack Newsstand has 932,000 items under solar energy, etc. So if I was a younger student, I might click the Kids Info Bits with 3,233. And here we are, and here's the different articles that come up. So let's just say I'd like to use this article, Chasing the Sun, Racing 1,800 Miles by Solar Power. I'll click this. And right now is where you might be asked, or you will be asked, to log in to your school's subscribed databases. So I'm going to put in my password and click Login. By the way, once you're logged in, all the databases are accessible. You only have to log in once, and then you can choose any database you like, go back and forth, and you will have access to all the databases. So here's the article on the kids' info bits on chasing the sun, and you'll see that you have email options, print options, download, save, highlight, and notes, etc. I'm going to close this window, and now I'm going to go back to the first screen, Search Databases, not the first screen, but the advanced screen, and I'm going to click Academic One File Select. And because I've already logged in to see the kids' info bits, I do not have to log in again. I can just start searching Gale immediately. So that's a really good point. Just remember, once you're logged in for that session, you only have to log in once, and then all the resources are open to you without having to enter in a username and password again. I'm still at the Bretton Woods Elementary School Library, and I've left the advanced search, and I'm at the Bretton Woods Elementary School Library list. I think I'll choose the beginner list and go down the screen a bit and find Pebble Go Collection. So I'm going to click this, and once again, because I have logged in once, I don't have to put in another username and password, which makes the accessibility to your resources quite easy. So here I'm in Pebble Go, and I could search whatever I'd like and get articles and the like. The same thing with the intermediate. If I go to the intermediate tab, I could click DK Eyewitness Books. It'll open, and I won't have to put in a username and password, and I can begin my research right here. I would just like to point out once again that Bretton Woods has done a very nice job of creating different tabs that are geared for different types of students, or as I noted earlier, you could have a teacher who has asked for a tab for his or her biology class. And if you added, say, Mr. Schuster's biology class, then the librarian would tailor the resources to what Mr. Schuster would like for the biology or science classes. This is a very nice setup, and there will be another video for librarians to teach them how to do this setup. At this time in the tutorial, I'd like to introduce you to a middle high school look. And as I noted earlier, you can just click the search icon, or they've also placed it in databases right here. And again, just a reminder, you might have to ask your librarian where the icon or where the databases might be on the home page. I'm going to click the search option. And at the high school, this Lake Placid High School, they don't offer the different looks for children because it's a high school database. So all of the databases are here in one list. However, you could uncheck all on the far left, and let's say you're doing health science. You could click that, and that will reveal the health science databases. Or let's say you're doing literature and language. Right here, that'll bring up those databases that the librarian has deemed very good for literature and language. I'll unclick that and just choose maybe one more, ProCon. And here is the CQ Researcher, Opposing Viewpoints, ProQuest Portal, and SIRS Discover. So as you click the items on the left, you can choose and get very specific as to what you're doing a research on. Finally, you'll see this, what are you looking for? You can enter a search term here or a search phrase. I'm going to enter in solar energy. Sorry. And what this will do is search all the databases and your library at the same time. So I'm going to click search. And in a moment, we will see the databases that the library subscribes to populate, as well as the library itself will be at the top. So we've added this recently, our library collection, so students will know that in the library there are 10 books on solar power. Or the student could go down the list and click any of these. So I'll go back to Kids Info Bits, and I'll choose another article. Massive asteroid will swing by Earth after Valentine's Day. I'll click this. But this is the first time I've accessed the databases at the Lake Placid School, so I have to put in my username and password once. So once I put it in, the database will come up and I can begin my research in Kids Info Bits, or actually the article will come up that I chose. There it is. The massive asteroid will swing by Earth after Valentine's Day. And you notice that many of these articles are very current, February 14th, 2020. Okay, I'm going to go back here and I'm going to click, say, Research in Context. There's 19,000 articles, quite a lot. I'm going to click this one. And because I've already logged in one time, I do not need to log in again, and the resource will open and I can begin my research immediately. In closing, I would just like to remind you that your OPALS homepage may have the access to the databases in different places. Again, here's Oswego High, and the 24/7 databases are here, and as you'll see, they say, ask for our password. If I go back to Bretton Woods, they're using VRC, and they have a note saying, ask for our passwords. At Lake Placid Middle, get the easy-to-remember user password from the library staff. So you may have to talk to your librarian and library staff to make sure you know where the database access is. And then once you get in and you try to find an article or a site, a resource, you'll only have to log in once, and then all the other resources are open to you with no further logins needed during your session. Hello, OPALS users. I may have not mentioned this earlier in the video as I went to the advanced and I illustrated how you can do a search up here in the enter keyword search to pull up all the databases at once and your library. But I'd also like to mention that at the top of every page you have the same option. So if I'm at the Bretton Woods Elementary School library list, I could enter solar power, solar energy, whatever. If I go to the beginner, I still have this search box. So I could put in solar power from the beginner list, click the search button, and depending on how the librarian set up the various databases for the beginner, we will see the results. And once again, you'll see the results of the library's catalog at the top. So I just wanted to remind all the users that every tab that you might see also has the option to search right here at the top. Thank you very much, and I hope this video tutorial is helpful in completing your research. All the best.